What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. PropsMadeEasy.com is the website you're about to see me use. Most of you have probably already seen me use it before. Only $15 a month. Absolutely amazing interface, amazing tools, partnered with one of the biggest stats data company in the entire industry to bring you the best accuracy possible. It is the best site possible for prize picks props. Okay, so definitely make sure you join that up. If you didn't join before opening night last night, we have an 11 game, I believe, or 12 game slate today. So a lot of games, a lot of props to go through, a lot of money to be made. So join it up, only $15 a month, and let's get it. So when it comes to DFS though, as well, Daily Fantasy Sports, we smashed the first slate of the year over at greenlightdfs.com. As you guys know, I don't know if some of you might know, some of you might not, but my website, greenlightdfs.com, my company, I've been doing it for 7, 8 years now, where I provide optimal lineups for DraftKings and FanDuel when it comes to DFS, like with lineups and stuff like that. And yesterday we smashed opening day. It was a fantastic way to start the season. Definitely go over to greenlightdfs.com and grab a membership over there if you're interested in getting involved in daily fantasy sports. I've talked about it a few times. Prize picks are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love playing player props. I love doing prize picks, but the excitement that comes with DFS and that opportunity of getting like six figures in one night is super strong, and it just makes it super duper fun. It's just more fun to me, honestly. So if you've never tried daily fantasy sports and you're in a state that can do it, try out greenlightdfs.com for your DFS content. You can find that at DFS content right here on Props Made Easy if you're a Props Made Easy member. You can go to Greenlight DFS by clicking DFS content right up here at the top. All right, it'll bring you over there, and you can sign up over there. I put my favorite prize picks for the day and everything over there. All my personal content as well as my DFS content with the optimal lineups go at greenlightdfs.com. Okay? All right. Let's go into the tools and let's see what we're looking like, baby. So for NFL, at the top of the list, Zach Wilson's the biggest when it comes to plus EV. Zach Wilson's passing yards is set at 192.5 on Prize Picks, 200.5 other places. That's an 8 yards difference. Okay, so you're getting an 8 plus EV differential, which is a solid value. We haven't projected at 196, which isn't quite where the other sportsbooks are, but it's still above the 192 at a 4.3 projection differential. So Zach Wilson's over is looking good early. As you can see here with Tua, it's looking good. He's a 5 sportsbook differential, but also an 11 projection differential. Bryce Young is a 5 sportsbook differential on the over. Projection is 8.7 over. Jamar Chase receiving yards is another good spot. Austin Eckler has a good plus EV spot. The projection's a little lower than other sportsbooks have it. It's only 1.3 projection differential over where Prize Picks has the line, so it's not like a super big spread or anything like that. But Austin Eckler's definitely in a good spot this week. Jamar Chase talked about him. Keenan Allen receiving yards is a fantastic option. Let's see anybody else. Let's look at unders. Looking over some unders, we have Josh Allen's under passing yards is set at 266.5 on Prize Picks. 261.5 is the line on some other sports books, which is a minus 5 yard difference. We have him projected at 253.7, so which is even lower than these other sports books have him at a minus 12.8 projection differential. So under on Josh Allen's passing yards early on. And then Cooper Kupp. I know Cooper Kupp's amazing. Don't get me wrong. I get it. He's great. But the data is saying to go with his under as the best bet. A lot of times, as I've talked about before, a lot of times most people place bets on overs. And to be honest with you, you got to expect that the sports books, you know this. You feel what I'm saying? Like going into the day, you have to expect that sports books know, okay, we're going to get more over bets than we get under bets. So let's take advantage of that by putting this line certain ways. I don't know. I'm just saying. Because honestly, if all of you who know people who do player props, majority of them probably play overs every day. Taking advantage of some unders sometimes is where the big value's at, and where great value is, where everybody else might grab an over somewhere, grabbing the under if that's what the data supports. And at the end of the day, The company we're partnered with is a big time company in the industry. So I trust whatever they're putting out for receiving yards, as well as our team also adjusts things slightly if necessary. But yeah, Cooper Cup is on the under. I mean, he's still expected to have a good game at 84.9 receiving yards. But with these other sports books being 3 yards less than where Prizepicks has it at 91.5 and the projection at 84.9, it would lean in under. Now, could he still go over? Absolutely, it's betting. You know what I mean? And Cooper Cup is Cooper Cup. So absolutely he could. But I'm going to go ahead and rock with the under there. All right, let's talk NBA. All right, going into NBA, as you could see, plus EV plus projection is marked. Let's go ahead and get into the plays for today. One of my top plays for today that I like is Kyle Kuzma, points and assists. 20.5 is the line on Prizepicks. Vegas has the over at minus 130 at that line. And we have him projected for 25.28 points plus assists, which is a 4.78 projection differential. So Kyle Kuzma is in a fantastic spot there. Obviously, Bradley Beal is no longer on Washington. The usage for Kuzma is going to be very high this year. He's a stud. We all know that by now. Anytime he gets that extra usage, he's a beast. And obviously, they added Jordan Poole there for Washington, but I think Kuzma's their number one guy there. And Kuzma's going to have a good game here. Points assists over 20.5 feels really good. Vegas, not only is Vegas on the over, making it plus EV on the over that line, but the projection of 25.28 gives them a 4.78 projection differential. So solid spot on Kyle Kuzma. Next spot that I want to talk about is Isaiah Stewart. I talked about him yesterday. Um, his PRA is set at 16.5 on Prizepicks. Vegas has his line at 17.5, which is a full point over. Yes, the money is on the under slightly at minus 125, but the line's already at 17.5 opposed to the line being at 16.5 on Prizepicks. So you're already getting a value by getting it over at 16 instead of 17 on other Vegas spots. So that's why he's at the top of the list there for EV. But then plus you add on top of that we haven't projected at 22 PRA. Now here's the thing: facing a team like Miami, Miami could blow Detroit out, no question. But in 3 quarters, Isaiah Stewart, with the amount of minutes and the amount of amount that he is going to be needed in this game down low against Adebayo, is a big time thing here. Okay, so I really like Isaiah Stewart. He matches up well in this matchup. They're going to run him heavily. He is a solid contributor when he gets those opportunities. So I like this spot here for him. And definitely think that he's going to be somebody that I get some exposure to. So over a PRA of 16.5 just feels too low. Not only is Vegas already set higher, but the projection of 22.08, 5.58 projection differential. So over on Isaiah Stewart PRA, over on Kyle Kuzma points assists are two that stick out to me. I also like Gafford's PRA, looks solid. We've already talked about Porzingis. He's a good bet as well. Nurkic hit easy last night. That was great to see. Devin Vassal's points is a 3.03. We have him projected at 19.5 points. I think he's going to have a solid year this year. Let's see. Cade Cunningham's rebounds assists is at minus 130. We have him projected at 13, a 2.52 differential. So all that is solid bets, but the main ones that I'm wanting to rock with are the big projection differentials that are plus EV plus projection, and that's Isaiah Stewart, Kyle Kuzma, as two guys that I really like. Let's check unders. Mikal Bridges. This is one that you need to get early on. I already have him locked in. Under 26.5 points against Cleveland. Cleveland's defense is solid. Vegas is on the under at minus 140. So this will be bumped down eventually. We haven't projected it right around 20 points. So that's a minus 6.69 projection differential. Fantastic spot with not only Vegas being heavy on the under, but projection also. So grab that under on Mikal Bridges points. And that's pretty much it there. All right. For college football, the best values that we have on the board right now are going to be the under on Chris Mitchell's receiving yards for FIU. 80.5 on Prizepicks, 75.5 other places, a -5. And then the best over is Keon Jenkins passing yards. Okay, so these don't correlate the greatest. You know what I mean? You've got the over on Keon Jenkins passing yards, and then you've got Chris Mitchell's receiving yards. So if I had to choose one, I would stick solely with Chris Mitchell's receiving yards as the best value as of right now for college football. More will be added, though. You don't have to force anything, as always. No MLB. We're waiting for the World Series to begin. All right. The best over, we don't have much options here for hockey, seeing that hockey's only one game today. The over on Nico Hisshire is the best shots on goal bet. Minus 125 is the Vegas odds on the over. And then he's projected 3.08, a 0.58 projection differential. All right. And if you're new, by the way, the green on the Vegas odd and the green right here just shows you that if it's green, it means that Vegas is on the over and projections on the over. If both of these are green, that means that not only is Vegas leaning on the over, the money's on the over, but also the projection is on the over. For example, let's look at Tyler Toffoli. Okay, his prize picks line's at 3, but yet Vegas has his line set at 3.5. Yes, the money is on the under at minus 135, but because the line is already zero point 0.5 higher than the 3, it makes it plus EV on the over 3. And then he's projected 3.12, a 0.12 projection differential. So the projection differential is very, very small, which doesn't make me want to jump on this bet, obviously. But that I'm just giving you an example of how that works. So because that is higher, because a lot of people will be like, oh, but it's minus 135 on the under 3.5. How is that an over bet? How is that plus EV plus projection? That's why. Because it's 3.5 where this is 3. Feel what I'm saying? All right. So every single tool that we have projections available for, which is the main sports, which is NFL, NBA, MLB, hockey, soccer. We have projections for these sports. So because we have projections for these sports, we can compare plus EV. So we can compare Vegas lines and make sure a play is EV, but we can also combine that with the fact that our projection system, our company that we're teamed with, like I've always said, is the biggest in the sports company. I've won awards like 3 years in a row for their accuracy and all that stuff. That's who we're partnered with for projection stats. So at the end of the day, you're not only taking EV plays, but you're taking the EV plays where it also has analytics and stats behind it as well on that same side. That way you know that at the end of the day, you have the best researched plays that are not only EV, but also have like a bunch of analytic research behind them as well. And you can feel super comfortable with it. And regardless of what happens, you know that you played the right picks before the slate starts. For soccer, I mean, it's only a 0.12 projection differential, but you can go the over on Olivier. Probably the best bet there. For League of Legends, the best value is going to be over on Resork and over on Zihu. For CS2, we have the overs on Shine for eyeballers and over for Mopos for movie star writers. Both 2.5 sportsbook differentials, making it plus EVs on the over. Solid number there. For tennis, we have the over on Daniil. Not huge at 0.5, but over nonetheless. For Dota, we have the over on Nightfall for BB and then the under on Somnus for AR. And then nothing for Valorant. So recap, for NFL, some of the better options that are sticking out that are not only sportsbook differential but solid projection differential is going to be Tua as one of them, Bryce Young as another, Zach Wilson as another, all overs. Jamar Chase over, Keenan Allen over receiving yards. And then when we're looking at unders, Josh Allen and Cooper Kupps, unders are sticking out, especially Josh Allen's at a minus 12.8 projection differential. For NBA, we like Isaiah Stewart PRA a lot. Kyle Kuzma points assist sticks out as well at the top of the list here. And then the under on Mikal Bridges. Grab that quick under his points. He's not dropping 27 against Cleveland. It's not happening. So grab that early. College football, under on Chris Mitchell's receiving yards is the best value, as you can see, minus 5. For MLB, we don't have anything. For NHL, over on Nico Hisshire, shots on goal. For soccer, over on Olivier, but very small projection differentials, so you could skip that if you want. Zihu and Resork, overs, map 1 and 2 kills for League of Legends. For CS2, over on Mopos and over on Shine. For tennis, over on Daniil. For MMA, MMA is not updated for the new week yet. For Dota, oh, by the way, John Jones isn't going to fight. It's not happening. I believe he got hurt, something with his pec muscle or something like that. I don't know, but he's out of the fight against Miocic, which sucks, but whatever. Under on Somnus, over on Nightfall, and then that's it. Thank y'all for joining me as always. If you haven't joined propsmadeeasy.com yet, what are you waiting for? Only $15 a month. What? Worst case scenario is you use it and you feel like it wasn't worth it and you just don't resubscribe for $15 a month. It's only $15. Opposed to you trying something else and losing for 50 something dollars a month. You know what I mean? So take advantage of propsmadeeasy.com. Look, I'm a realist. You're going to have days where you lose. You're going to lose, right? But I'm telling you, for only $15 a month, if you try Prosmade Easy, you're not going to leave. Which is why Prosmade Easy continues to grow huge every single day. We're like over 4,500 members at Prosmade Easy right now. All right, and we're just continuing to grow daily. So it's pretty crazy, the growth on it, but it's been really, really fun being a part of this, and just continuing to grow off of recommendations from people who play player props and everything, just continuing to give the people what they're looking for, and for an affordable price. And that's why I'm a part of Props Made Easy, because I just love the people behind it. They're great people doing it for the right reasons, and they also are just in it for the people, and whatever people want to see they're willing to make happen. All right, and that's why Plus EV Plus Projection came around. We just want to give people the best situation that we can. You know, not only can we show you guys Plus EV Plus Projection, Plus EV, but we can combine that. We can team up with a huge company that we trust for projections, and we can give them Plus EV Plus Projection just to give you even more when it comes to every single play. So not only do these other places charge you way more, but they don't even give you projection odds, none of that stuff. Projections or none of that. All they're doing is going off EV, which if that was a huge profitable winning strategy, everybody would just be playing EV and everybody would be rich and retired. But that's just not how it works. So thank y'all for joining me as always, though. PropsMadeEasy.com. As always, continue to just play an amount of money you're willing to lose. It's sports betting. It is what it is. You're going to have days where shit just doesn't happen the way it's expected to happen. But just stay disciplined. Keep your bankroll right. Greenlight DFS members, we had an amazing first day yesterday. Withdraw some of those winnings. Don't go all in day two. Stay disciplined. Continue to bet an amount of money you know you're comfortable with, and let's continue growing this bankroll over the season in DFS as well. GreenlightDFS.com. If you're interested for my DFS content, you can find that there. Boom, up there at the top right. Props Made Easy members, let's get it. Everybody, good luck today. Big slate. First, probably real like juicy first actual slate of the season, really, with yesterday only being 2 games. So excited for it. Let's get this money and I'm out.